This is the second part of part 7 of elections. Um, Sorry for cutting off the video. I had hiccups and I cannot continue unless you want to be disturbed by my hiccups. No. Um, so we are now going to continue on the matter of the Board of Election Inspectors. They are the frontliners during the election day, and they are composed of teachers, a chairperson, and 2 members, unless there is need to call on private school teachers, other public servants, and persons of known probity and competence in the community um, to act and perform such election duties in case there is a scarcity or absence of such teachers under the new system of electing using the automated counting machines. We have a fourth member who is an IT professional or an IT expert, not even an expert, but a trained and certified IT capable person. And who trains the IT capable person? It is the DOST. You know, it's the DOST who trains him. So he can also be the troubleshooter for any problems that may be encountered during election day relative to the voting machines. So, what are the powers and functions of the BEIs, the Board of Election Inspectors? Generally, they conduct the voting and the counting of votes in the respective polling places. This is very crucial, of course, um, when they conduct manual voting kasi sila yung nagbibilang ng mga isa-isa sa mga boto. They are the ones doing that. And they conduct the voting, meaning they facilitate in the distribution of the ballots, the secrecy folder, and they direct you to where you should sit, your voting booth or your seat. No? Also, they act as deputies of the COMELEC um, who have supervision and control of the election in the polling places where they are assigned. So they execute the laws, regulations, and even the restrictions and the mandates of the COMELEC during the election day inside the polling places. Yung mga maiingay, yung pagpapalinya, yung pagpapa-exclude, pagpapahuli, in fact, ng mga nanggugulo. No? And they even receive protests and manifestations by the watchers as if they were employees of the COMELEC directly. No? And other functions as the law or the COMELEC may prescribe. And what are these other functions? An example are such rules of the COMELEC on the roles of the BEIs during the conduct of automated elections. Because the BEIs conduct the voting still in the polling place and administer the electronic counting of votes. Yung electronic counting of votes, mabilis siya kasi unlike the manual voting, they just press a button and the results come out. Unlike before, pa isa-isa ng pag-i-interpret ng boto, that's why there is a rule on the interpretation or the construction of votes. No? They print the election returns and transmit the electronically the election results through the use of the PCOS machine or the voting machine. So they print and transmit the election returns. No? These are the safety nets to disallow cheating during elections. There is the hard copy transmitted. Also is the electronic copy. Okay, and the hard copies are given. They are given to certain key persons or parties. No, they also act as deputies of the commission in the conduct of the elections. Again, they like in the regular elections, the manual voting, they also receive protests, manifestations, and the likes. They maintain order within the polling place and its premises. They keep access to the polling place open and unobstructed. Okay, so um, meaning they should maintain the physical setup and the essence of election in the polling place to be welcoming to the public. No, it should be accessible. They enforce obedience to the lawful orders and prohibit the use of cellular phones and camera by the voters. They can do that. If any person refuses to obey the lawful orders of the BEI or conducts himself in a disorderly manner in its presence or within the hearings or thereby interrupts or disrupts proceedings kasama ang election, they can issue an order in writing directing the peace officer to take the person into custody until the adjournment of the proceedings. So pwede silang magbigay ng order sa mga kapulisan. Another one, another crucial participant in the election day is are the poll watchers. How is one, when is one qualified to be a poll watcher? You must be a registered voter in the city or municipality comprising the precinct wherein you are to be assigned. Of course, kasi you will also vote there, no? In that same area, no? You should be of good reputation. You have not been convicted of a final judgment of any election offenses or any other crime, and you know how to speak English, Filipino, or the prevailing local dialect if it's in the Cebuano speaking area, Cebuano, Bisaya, no? And you should not be related within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity of the chairman or any of the other members of the BEI in the polling place. This is to prevent, the collaborative effort to, derail elections, no? Para walang conspiracy, no? And there should be objectivity, no? Poll watchers who do not fit the said criteria may be reported to the COMELEC. So, these are what are provided by the Omnibus Election Code, that every registered political party and every candidate shall be each entitled to one watcher in every polling place and canvassing center. No? Kikinood sila, no? Candidates for the sangguniang panglalawigan, panglungsod, or bayan belonging to the same slate and ticket shall collectively be entitled to only one watcher. So yung mga they belong to the same party. There shall be also recognized 6 principal watchers representing the 6 accredited or the accredited major political parties. And then the duly accredited citizens arms of the commission shall also be entitled to appoint a watcher in every polling place. Other civic, religious, professional, business, service, youth, and any other similar organizations in prior authority of the commission shall be entitled collectively to appoint one watcher in every polling place. Collective. Pinag-isa lang, no? So, what happens on election day for the watchers? They present their appointment. Okay? Upon entering the polling place, the watcher shall present and deliver to the chairman of the Board of Election Inspectors his appointment and forthwith give his name, have it recorded in the minutes with annotation under his signature that he is not disqualified. So present your appointment, sign the logbook, the registry, the minutes, and annotate there that you are not disqualified. And what is in the appointment? The appointment of watcher shall bear the personal signature and the fax signature of the candidate or the duly authorized representative of the political party or coalition or political parties who appointed him or of the organization authorized by the commission. So the appointments must bear the signature of the specific persons representing the candidate or the candidate himself. So binibigay ito sa mga seminars or talks before they are deployed, but these are specific matters that each watcher must know, that the watcher has the right to stay in the designated space reserved for them inside the polling place. They should not loiter. They have the right to stay within the polling place, but they must stay in their designated place. They must observe and have themselves be informed of all the proceedings of the BEI, including the voter registration. They must document everything they see and hear, peculiar occurrences, no? And they can manifest their protests and certifications. No? They may file protest against any irregularities or violations of law, have it placed in the minutes, or obtain a certificate from the BEI regarding the filing of the protest and resolution. No? So they may record their objections, their protest, and ask for a copy of the resolution or of the copy of their protest. Okay, that's part of the records that they present in case there is an eventual election dispute later on. No? They have the right to receive the certificate of the number of votes cast for each candidate. Okay. Verification. This is a they read the ballots after the chairman has read them. This is for manual voting. To read the completed and signed election returns. This is included in both manual voting and in the automated elections. So these are the mga restrictions and the penalties, no, against watchers, no. Watchers must not speak to the BEI, the voters, or other watchers in the manner that distracts from the proceedings and must not engage in partisan political activities inside the polling places. Bawal mangampanya, bawal mamigay ng sample ballot, bawal manggulo. Pwedeng magkausap, pwede mag-usap, pero they should not speak in a very distracting manner. Can they speak to the voters? Generally, no. No? Unless perhaps they are asked to assist, no? With the authority of the BEI. They are prohibited from touching the ballots or election returns. Bawal. They cannot. This is to guard against suspicions of ballot switching. If a chairman or the BEI refuses to sign and provide required certificates of votes, it constitutes a punishable offense. No? Yung mga, kung ayaw bigyan ang mga watchers ng kanilang certificates and these documents, pwede i-complain ang BEI. And that constitutes election offense. So this again, ito, kailangan siguro na you should know this. But some of you may have experienced this because you may have volunteered in the elections as watchers. No? These are the practical and specific functions of the watchers. Ang kanilang first na role comes before the election. It's before the day of the election for the manual automated elections because they can participate in the final testing and sealing of the voting machines. They arrive early before the machines are set up to witness how it is set up. They watch the automated counting machines, the unsealing of the box, and the machine installation. No? They confirm that the ballot box is empty before it is sealed. Okay? And they monitor the voting because there is a sample voting. No? They ensure that the machines accurately reads and records the ballots. Kasi what happens, they test the yung ballots are entered into the machines and they check if the entries in the result parang may resibo kasi yan are consistent with the number of votes and ballots cast. So they audit results, they cross-check the manual count against the printed machine report, and they if there are any issues, glitches or errors, they manifest them in the minutes. And they sign the minutes only if the procedures are correctly followed. If not, then because their attendance is they are written and there is no signing, they do not agree. That's a form of dissension when you do not sign the minutes. No, so you have only to sign the minutes, certify it if the procedures are correctly followed. So study the procedures for the final testing and sealing as a watcher. So on the day of the election, you verify the ballot box is empty and sealed before the election starts. You ensure that all party watchers have equal vantage points. Dapat lahat ng watchers na nandoon, yung allowed by the COMELEC nandoon, and everything is visible to them, including the watcher himself. No, so you confirm the names against the election day computerized voters list, the EVCVL, before issuance. So compare the data in the EDCVL, no? Ensure that the ballots go only to the verified voters. They don't go to the proxies. There is no proxy allowed generally. There is no proxy. There is no proxy. That, well, it's absolute. There is no proxy. There is only assistance. So the ballot should go to them, no? The voters themselves. When the ballots are entered into the machines, you watch them na pinasok talaga yung na-feed talaga yung balota sa machine correctly. Confirm voters check and drop receipts in the box kasi may tatanggalin part of the ballot and then nilalagay doon sa one part of the box. Later on, that will be compared to the ballots entered and the receipts in the other portion of the box. Then you note and log if there is vote buying, harassment on an or unauthorized persons in the polling places. You ensure as a watcher that the indelible ink is applied to prevent double voting. As far as rejected ballots are concerned, record and count uh, the reasons, no, the reasons for machine rejections, and count the record the count of the rejected ballots. Upon closing, match total ballots cast against the signatures kasi may count yan, may automated counts, not match the count with the signatures. Dapat they match equally, no? Observe machine sealing and electronic transmission. During canvassing, the poll watchers witness the closing of voting. This before canvassing, they close the voting and they print the election returns. This is maybe mga 7 o'clock, gabi na ito. And confirm that all copies of the election returns are printed and properly signed by the election board. You oversee the electronic transmission of the result and verify that the system has succeeded the transmission. Be alert to any indications of machine interference or transmission issues. If there are any, record them in the minutes. Make sure both the primary and backup storage devices are properly secured and sealed. Observe the proper packaging of ballots, minutes, and other election materials in their assigned envelopes. Ensure that accredited poll watchers receive their respective copies of the election returns because you read the law, we'll take that up later, who are qualified to receive copies of the election returns. Record and promptly report any irregularities and suspicious incidents. So, enough with that, we go to the voters now. They cast their votes. So how is the votes, how are the votes cast? Well, every election, there are specific resolutions released by the COMELEC as to the manner of voting kasi nagpabago-bago ng machine minsan yan. Well, generally anyway, the process is the same, but these are the general expectations of voters when they cast their votes. The voters shall vote in order of their entrance in the polling places. First come, first serve. No? The voters shall have the right to freely enter the polling place as soon as they arrive, unless there are voters waiting inside. In that case, they wait outside and fall in line in order to, in the order of their arrival, and shall not crowd around the polling place. Dapat pinapakita talaga ang kanilang pagiging sibilisado. They fall in line. The voters, after casting their votes, you should leave immediately the polling places. No? As to how you vote, be it shading, checking, how you put in the ballot inside the ballot, count the voting machine, they may vary from time to time depending on the machine, but these are the general expectations and obligations of voters. So, common restriction, the voter upon receiving his ballot shall forthwith proceed to one of the empty chairs or voting booths, and then you fill up your votes, your ballots, no? Minsan it's provided yung privacy folder, no? The ballot secrecy folder is provided the voter para the other person seated beside you cannot see who you voted for. No voter shall be allowed to enter the booth occupied by another, nor enter the same accompanied by somebody who, nor stay therein for a longer time than necessary, nor speak with one another than as herein provided. Pwede naman samahan for in the case of the PWDs or illiterate voters, pwede yan. But for generally bawal samahan, no? They should not even be allowed to speak with each other, the voters. It shall be unlawful to prepare the ballot outside the voting booth. Dapat it's prepared on your own in that chair, in that so-called voting booth. Na chair lang naman yan, no? Or to exhibit the contents to any person. Bawal ipakita or erase the printing from the ballot. Bawal. It will not anyway be read by the voting machine kung may tampering yan, no? You cannot tear or deface the same or put there in any distinguishing marking of the ballots. Your ballots may be refused, no? May be considered refused because of the stray marks. It shall likewise be unlawful to use carbon paper, paraffin paper, other means of making a copy of the contents of the ballot, including the taking of photos of your ballot. Kasi that will deter yung vote buying, your proof that you have voted so that you can get paid. Ballot secrecy. That's why there's the ballot secrecy folder, no? And the mandate that you vote on your own. Under the Constitution, Congress shall provide a system for securing the secrecy and the sanctity of the ballot. That's why bawal ang photography or carbon paper and the likes. Under the Omnibus Election Code, bawal nga identify ang sarili mo. Any person who avails himself of any means or scheme to discover the contents of the ballot of any voter who is preparing or casting his vote, or who shall have just been voted, who shall just have voted, bawal yan. You should respect the secrecy of the ballot. Except the COMELEC has already ruled on the manner of exit polls before, yung may manual count pa, yung ABS-CBN versus COMELEC na case, wherein the COMELEC said that though mutan academic na sana yung case, but the conduct of exit polls was considered as acceptable. COMELEC has prohibited the use of cellular phones, cameras, or any recording device for taking pictures of the ballot or for or of the voter verifiable paper audit trail, no? Receipt. This is classified as prohibited act to prevent vote buying. Okay? So may law, may resolution na talaga, no, na bawal ang photography. Neutrality in the precinct, bawal ang electioneering. Because the polling place is sanctuary, deliberative sanctuary, free from external pressure. BP 881 says that any person who solicits votes or undertakes any propaganda on the day of the election for or against a candidate or any political party within the polling place or within the radius of 30 meters thereof may be considered as electioneering unlawfully. You may be arrested. The Fair Elections Act also regulates the display of campaign materials on election day, wearing of t-shirts, pins, bearing stickers with the candidate's name, face inside the precinct is considered as a form of prohibited partisan political activity. Bawal. Bawal din yan. That's partisan political activity. So, on the matter of security and order, you have BP 881 on deadly weapons, making it criminal for any person who carries any deadly weapon, not only guns, deadly weapon kasi ang sinabi, so pwedeng punyal, kutsilyo, in any polling place within a radius of 100 meters, subject of course to the election gun ban, ha? Kahit na beyond 100 meters yan, if it's it constitutes an election gun ban violation, then that's a violation in itself, no? We already also have a case wherein knives, by the way, are not considered as covered by the election gun ban, ha? Board of Election Inspectors has the legal authority to maintain order within the polling place. So it has the power to direct a police officer or a peace officer to accost the person, take into custody the person who may be disrupting the election, no? Those who are lingering, no? Because they can exclude, in fact, voters from lingering in the polling place. On the matter of procedure finalization, kasama sa power ng Board of Election Inspectors, by the way, lalagyan sila ng indelible ink The voter shall forthwith affix a stamp mark on the side of his signature in the space intended for that purpose in the voting record, and the chairman shall apply the silver nitrate, the indelible ink, um, in the right forefinger or nail or any other finger in its absence. No? What are the prohibited acts during elections and immediately prior to it and thereafter? Ito yun, vote buying and vote selling. That's prohibited. Okay? Even the conspiracy to bribe voters. Um, you are disallowed also to wager on the results of the election. Any person who bets or wagers upon the outcome of any election or any contingency connected to election, you can be accosted, no? Arrested, no? And the money will be confiscated, no? Bawal yan. Um, if kasi may watcher, 'di ba? Ang watcher pwede siya mag-file ng challenge on any voter um because the voter may have participated in illegal activities including vote buying or wagering. So the watcher can make a challenge, but what can be done is that um, the person who is challenged just takes an oath that he has not committed any ano any acts of wagering or vote being a participant in vote buying. After which, after the oath, he will be allowed to vote. Kasi he has to vote. But the oath will be a challenge of perjury because this will be individuals authorized to administer oath at that time, no? The BEIs. Okay. I think you need to go over the BP 881 on the certain acts that constitute violations, no, of election law, election offenses. Okay. You have it in section 261. Go over them. Um, this also includes offenses on the matter of vote counting and conduct of official misconduct, tampering and obstruction, um, canvassing also. So go over this one by one. No? Liquor ban, um, media equality, go over them. The opening of food of booth or stalls inside the polling place or within 30 meters or of where people are voting, bawal yan. All major public entertainments are banned, including fairs and cockfights, boxing, horse races, and high alay on election day. On 261, spreading false information, this may constitute as an election offense, but this is not a ground for disqualification as enumerated in Section 68 of the Omnibus Election Code. We took this case earlier in the previous videos. Now, the question is, if you fail to vote, can you go to jail? Is it punishable? No, no, not anymore. During the time of Marcos, yet it was because um, there was a fear of boycotting the national and local elections. But with the 87 Constitution and uh, fear the RA 8189 the election does not compel voters to participate therein, no? Because the consequence only that the law can give is the deactivation if you fail to participate into regular election. So the punishment is administrative, it's the activation and not punitive or criminal. Illiterate and disabled voters, a voter who is illiterate or physically um, incapable may be assisted in the preparation of his ballot by a relative, um, by consanguinity or affinity within the fourth civil degree, if there is none by any person of his confidence who belong to the same household or any member of the Board of Election Inspectors except the two party members. Bawal. Bawal samahan ang botante except when they are literate or disabled, they may be assisted. Can prisoners participate in the voting process? Yes. Please see the table as to who can vote. Detainees whose cases are pending on trial or appeal, regardless of the charge offense, they are allowed to vote because they are presumed innocent because the cases are still pending. What about those convicted? Convicted with sentence of less than 1 year, they are allowed to vote. Convicted prisoners with sentences that are not less than 1 year or more whose uh, uh, whose convictions are not yet final, they are allowed because it's still pending appeal. And those convicted, but however, those convicted and serving sentence of more than 1 year, um, they are not allowed. They are not allowed by law. They are deemed disqualified. So review this video, review the notes for my students, and see you in class.